Okay, here we are out front, 3241 Cockrell Avenue. Really cute house. I drove around the neighborhood, but just a quick pan around, your direct neighbors' homes. I'd say a few of these are in, kind of rougher shape. Some are, they're all cute houses. This neighbor's house looks like it's been really well maintained and upgraded. They're right next to you. Across the street is where I was getting at. That one might be a rental. It looks older and kind of rough. This one's pretty cute. That one's not bad. Your neighbor on this side, they've got a couple of dogs out back, so they'll probably bark at me when I try to walk around that side and show you the house. There's your detached two-car garage that we'll go into in a minute, but let's go inside. Just a heads up, there's a lot of clutter. They're getting ready for an estate sale, so we'll just have to look past that. And we'll come outside after we're done on the inside and talk about the yard. But here's your little front patio. You've got steps onto it from both directions. It's a cute front door. Feels pretty heavy duty. So you enter into the living room, which is a nice size. It's 20 by 14. Try to find my way into some corners just so you can see these rooms from one side, but there's so much stuff that it might be tricky. Walk into this corner. So they've definitely upgraded a lot of stuff. The home's from 1931, but you've got can lights. I like the roundedness of all these edges around the room. It's a nice feature that's maintained in a couple of spaces. Your fireplace is kind of covered up by some of the stuff for the estate sale, so it's hard to show you. It's smaller, but they've decided to obviously hang a TV above it. It could be a nice feature to decorate around in your living room. There are these little built-ins on either side of the archway into the dining space, and then the floors are an older, impossible to know if they're original, but oak floors. They look like they're in pretty good shape. There's a lot of stuff on the ground, so I can't say for sure if it's great everywhere, but everything I can see looks good. The same rounded molding is maintained here in your dining space. The dining room's 14 feet by 13 feet. Be perfect for a square or circular table. And then you've got this doorway into the kitchen. I think they laid this on top of this tile, right on top of other flooring. I'm not sure what would be under there. Threshold's a little bit raised. But as you come into the kitchen, you've got that mobile rolling island in front of us that probably would be sold and gone. To the right, you've got your fridge, stove, oven, pantry. It's got a door on it. They've got the door taped to your water heater is in here. Not sure why they don't want the door to move with that paint, but anyway, you've got some storage space in here. And then looking back toward this side, your window looks out at the neighbor's house. The counters and cabinetry are in good shape. They feel really solid wood, and they're pretty clean on the inside. Some nice details. Nice trim work around the edges. So like I said, this has all been updated, and I think they did a nice job. To everybody's taste is different, but I think it looks really nice and really pretty, should be, pretty appealing to a lot of people, I would say. The style is pretty neutral. So you've got this kind of landing space that leads out to a back patio, but we'll have to walk around to get to it because of the estate sale. When you look back in this direction, that houses your washer and dryer. So it does have doors. They've kind of got this little like chalk paint on there, which is cool. On this side of the kitchen, you've just got some built-ins, so some character there. This has like a sliding door that would shut. Looks like they're using this as the master bedroom. So they've got a pretty big king sleigh bed in here and some other tall furniture. It's a good sized room. Just showing you around. The ceiling fan is the only light in here, but it does a pretty good job. Again, you've got the wood floors. Fairly small closet, but for the age of the home, that's probably common. And I'm sure that does, in some ways, you know, kind of speak to why they've got a big dresser and another tall dresser to help, you know, with space for clothes. Sorry, this isn't my best video work. It's just tricky with all the stuff in here. So, turning this direction, you've got a Jack and Jill bathroom. This is the bathroom that I think, you know, your guests would use. It's a nice size, and it's been updated with tile that's similar to that in the kitchen. A big walk-in shower, and then a dual vanity. That's the same style of cabinetry as in the kitchen. You do have an attic access point in here. Looking this way, you can see the walk-in shower. It's got a little seating space. It's a nice, like, oil rubbed brass style of glass surround window. And then this is the other bedroom that's pretty similar in size to the master. It's smaller than the master, but it's a good size room. Back to the wood floors. There's a closet over here. I'm sure it's not huge. Can't really access it right now. The home's pier and beam foundation, which is common for that era of construction. It feels pretty level. I'm sure there's been shimming and adjustments made over the years. This room does show probably the most, you know, just signs of like cracking in the drywall. Very common in an older pier and beam home. Cosmetic, the kind of stuff that you could always touch up if it bugged you. But it might periodically kind of come and go as the seasons change and moisture levels change. This room, like I said, I think shows the most of it. This door leads back into the living room. And then coming back through the kitchen, there's one more bedroom that's right off of the first bedroom I showed you. So these two doors, that was the first bedroom we saw. This is the second. Excuse me. Here's a closet. In this room, I do wonder if this used to be like a porch or something that they enclosed a long time ago, nothing recently. But I do wonder if this was originally like an outdoor space, and I'll show you why I think that as we move around the outside of the house. But there's a door that leads outside from this room. This is probably the smallest of the three rooms. It's still a decent size. And this has the ensuite. It's small. So you've got these square white tiles. The shower. A little bit of cabinetry here. Toilet over there with the vanity. So it's a small room. It's got the sliding door. But it's you know, it's a good option for, like in your case, you know, guests or just a multi-purpose room. Like I said, it's not huge, but you could easily fit a queen bed in here. A king would be tight. That about does it for the tour of the inside. We'll walk around the outside, and I'll be sure to mention where I kind of see that room we just walked through maybe being an addition that was done later, many years ago, like I said. But I think the home was probably originally a two bed, one bath.